Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go over my hose adapter or hose nozzle model so you can know how to change these parameters. If you open it up in Fusion, this is what it will look like in the parameters panel. If you open it up on Maker World and customize it on the website, you'll still see all of these options. It'll just be on the website instead. Okay, I'll go through all of these parameters here really quickly, and I'll go over in a little bit more detail the most important ones that might give you some trouble. So we have vacuum side inside diameter and then two tool side outside diameters, 1 and 2. So the vacuum side is always going to be the side with the ring here. And the reason you want to measure the inside diameter, so you're going to measure the inside diameter of the vacuum inlet or hose, because if this is the vacuum here, airflow is going this way. So the hose will fit over top of the adapter here, which means this little ridge here on the adapter will be kind of facing with the airflow. So there won't be a ridge here to create a bunch of turbulence or have debris get caught. So the vacuum side fits over top of this adapter. And the tool side, so again, vacuums down here, tools up here, the tool side hose or the tool side outlet will fit on the inside of this side of the adapter, and for the same reason this. So now the ridge of that tubing or that tool will be on the inside facing the right direction. So you're going to measure the outside diameter of the tool side hose or the tool and the inside diameter of the vacuum side. That's really important. These are also tapered. So since the hose fits over top of this vacuum side, it's a little bit smaller here than it is here. That way it gets nice and tight as you slip that on. And the opposite is true here. Since the hose is going to the inside of this adapter, it's a little larger here and a little smaller here, so it gets tight. Okay, so if you're creating an adapter, the tool side OD1 and tool side outside diameter 2 have to stay the same, and that makes this a perfect circle. And we'll go over why you would want to change this a little bit later. So next we have vacuum side length and tool side length. That's just the length from here to here. So basically the straight part of the adapter that slips into the hose. So you can change that length on either side however you want. The angle is pretty self-explanatory. The angle is just how this adapter is angled. So you can go between 90 degrees and 180. 90, of course, would be like a 90-degree elbow, and 180 degrees would just be straight up and down. The transition length, I'm going to turn on my sketch here, is basically the diameter of this circle here. There's a little buffer here, so there's like a 6mm buffer on each side of that circle. But basically, if you're going to have an angle that's less than 180 degrees, so if you have this set to 180 degrees, so it's straight up and down, you can make this transition length much smaller so you don't have such a long transition. You could make this like 6, whatever works for you to make that smaller. However, if you're going to have an angle, so I'm just going to bring this up to like 20. If you have an angle, we're going to go to the extreme, and let's say we go to like 90, you're going to see it break here, the model break. That's because as this line right here rotates around this circle, and so this circle has to be at least as wide as the widest diameter. So you can go up to your vacuum side, these three right here, and 50 is our largest. So you want this transition length to be 50. And now it'll work. Now you can always make it larger. So I could make this 75, and that just makes that elbow a little larger. But if you're doing an angle, you don't want the transition length really smaller than the largest diameter up here. I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, you'll break the model. And I thought about adding some limits to that, but it got a little complicated, and I figure just explaining this is easier. Okay, so wall thickness, that's pretty self-explanatory, thickness of the walls. We have edge chamfer, that is the size of this chamfer on the edges here. And stop ring, that is this right here. The stop ring, remember, is always on the vacuum side. And you can't see it here because it gets cut off, but you have the max size is 3 millimeters. So you can take this up to 3 millimeters and I didn't allow it to go any higher than that. So if you type in 4 here, it stays at 3 millimeters. It can't go past 3 millimeters. And the reason for that is because as you get these 90-degree bends, that ring can kind of interfere with this bend and cause some errors. Now, you cannot set this to 0 because it'll throw you an error. So if you do not want a stop ring, you have to set this to like 0.0001 or something like that. So make it really small, and that essentially gets rid of that ring. So let's take this back up to 2. Okay, so that's the stop ring, and the point of that, of course, is as you put the tubing over top of this, it stops that tubing so it can't go any further. And draft angle we're going to talk about here in a second. So that is basically making an adapter with this. But let's say you want to make a vacuum nozzle instead. Well, let's just make a less harsh angle. So let's go to like 170. So there's a little bit of an angle there. And let's say we want to taper this down to like 20. And remember, these have to stay the same, OD1 and OD2 if you want this to be a circle. So now we have a much smaller nozzle here. And let's say we want the tool side, remember there's always this side, we want this maybe longer. So let's bring this up to like 50. Let's say you want this nozzle to be more flat, like a flat nozzle, so you can get into crevices and stuff. You can change one of the ODs depending on what direction you want it. So let's say I make this one 10, and it'll now make this flatter in one direction. It'll make it like an ellipse. Now, I wanted it the other way, so I'm going to put this back to 20 and this back to 10. And now we have a flat nozzle that can get into crevices. Now, of course, depending on a few things, just kind of like the size you make this end, wall thickness and stuff, you can break this model. So you wouldn't want to put this down to like 4. I'll get an error here. It kind of breaks the model when you go too small, so you have to be careful with that. But if you're just working with pretty not so extreme measurements, this should all work. And you can also then change the degree. You can even go back down to 90 degrees on this one. So any angle you want to make this nozzle. So here's the really cool thing is this draft angle. Let me bring this up. I don't like that harsh angle. This draft angle will change the angle of this nozzle end. So remember, if you're making an adapter, a hose adapter, this always stays at 0. But let's say I want to put a little angle on that. Let's say maybe like 35 degrees. Well, now that angles the end of the wand. So there you go. There is my hose adapter / vacuum nozzle. It's pretty robust, but like I said, it can throw you some errors if you're putting in some extreme numbers. If you have any questions, just let me know.